All right, if you're entering your 50s, you might want to think about fixing these 5 things. Listen, we're kind of like a car, right? The more miles we get, the older we get, the more stuff starts breaking. As we enter into our 50s, we're no different, right? Our health starts taking a toll and things don't always work like they should. So, as someone in my 50s who actually fixed these things back in his 40s, but as we get in these 50s, I think these 5 things are things that we should really try to address and fix if we want to try to live a healthy, sustainable, long life in these later years. Because let's face it, that hourglass with the sand, there's more sand on the bottom part than there is the top part for us. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So first on our list of things we want to fix in our 50s is our sleep. All right, sleep is so important, and it's something I used to struggle with. This is something I'm currently helping a good friend of mine on his journey to better health, but something he's struggling with as well. So we have distractions, right, that keep us up at night: TV, our cell phones, social media. So that's a problem, right? All that blue light, I guess they call it. There's also the stressors, right, in our life that keep us up at night. We're worried about work, we're worried about a family situation, a financial situation, or a health situation. Hence why we're even having this discussion. So that doesn't help either. For us men in our 50s, some of us are getting up multiple times at night to use the restroom, to pee, due to enlarged prostate. So that can be an issue. So all these things can affect our sleep. So one thing that I've started doing to help with this a little bit is, one, turning off the phones at a certain time, right? Whatever that time is for you, 10 o'clock, 10:30, no more social media, no more cell phone. Put it on silent, put it aside. Something else, I've started taking magnesium. So magnesium actually has helped me sleep a little better at night. I think it's magnesium glycinate. So we really would like to get as close to 8 hours of sleep a night that we can. It's not always possible. I think if we can shoot for that 6 to 8 hour range, I think that will help tremendously, because sleep is very vital to our overall health. All right, number 2, the second thing that we need to try to fix in our 50s is stress. Because I'll tell you right now, stress, if not managed properly, will wreak havoc on your health. It's not good for you, right? It could lead to all kinds of health issues. Now, managing your stress is easier said than done, right? We live stressful worlds. I mentioned it in the sleep part. We've got stressful jobs, right? We've got financial stresses, family stresses, health stresses. So we have all these stresses, and on top of that, in today's society, we have all kinds of external stresses that we really shouldn't be allowing to stress ourselves. And one way to address those is through priorities. So how many times have you caught yourself watching the news and getting angry, or looking at social media posts and getting angry and wanting to respond? Next time you do that, stop and ask yourself, does this post or this news story, does it affect you personally? Does it affect your family personally? Does it affect your bills personally? Or whatever else is important to you, right? I throw in my faith, my country, but if whatever that stressor is doesn't directly impact the things that mean the most to you, quit letting it stress you out. We have enough stressors, right? We don't need external things to get us mad and get us angry. If it's the internal things, let's work through those, but don't let the external stressors add to your stress. So, and now we have this stress. What do we do about it? How do we help manage it? Well, there's several things you can do to help manage stress. There's exercise. I prefer lifting weights. There's music, right? There's yoga. There's meditation. Find that activity that there's reading books, right? But find whatever that activity is that helps you relax and relieve some stress. Find out what that is and incorporate that, because stress is probably one of the biggest factors that will wreck your health if not managed properly. So let's fix our stress levels. Let's control our stress a little bit. Let's eliminate things that really we don't need to add to our current stressors. All right, the third thing that I think we need to fix being in our 50s is giving a shit what others think about you, right? Again, if it's not your core people, your core loved ones, right, that mean the most to you, if it's not them, why do we care? Why do we care what others think about us, right? Whether it's the way we eat, the way we dress, the music we listen to, your political beliefs, whatever it is, stop giving a shit. Because that's just caring about what others think about you and acting a certain way because of that can add to those stress things that I just talked about in the second item. So pretty simple tip for me, but I think it's an important one as well. Again, easier said than done, just like all of these, right? It's easier to say you don't give a shit what others think about you, but actually doing it, it's tough, but I think it's important. All right, we're up to number 4. So the fourth thing that I think we need to fix in our 50s or sooner is our diet. Listen, it is no surprise we live in a very unhealthy country. We're unhealthy, we're obese, we're on more prescription meds than ever. Disease is rampant. And a lot of that goes back to what we put in our body, right? We live in a society where we have a lot of fast foods, a lot of processed foods, a lot of artificial foods. Listen, it's no good. It's no good. It will slowly, so what you put in your body, what you consume food-wise, will slowly kill you. It will wreak havoc. This is coming from a guy who used to eat like shit, coming from a guy who was a type 2 diabetic. I had sleep apnea. I was severely overweight. I had brain fog. I had neuropathy. I had all of those. My 30s and my mid 40s. 40s is when my 40s were a mess until I made the conscious decision to fix that. Now, I'm not going to go and tell you that a certain diet is what's right for you. What works for me might not work for everyone. I might get into that a little bit, but I think the important thing to do is cut out sugars, cut out the artificial foods, the dyes, the artificial ingredients, cut out the seed oils, right? And focus on eating a natural diet. Eat foods that are natural. And one bit of advice I give, if you can't grow it, or if you can't raise it and slaughter it, process it, don't eat it. Another bit of advice there, if it has more than 1 or 2 ingredients in the ingredient label, don't eat it, right? It's not good for you. It's slow damage it will cause over years. And despite how old you are, right, we can still turn around some of that. We can still fix some of that damage that's been caused by eating like shit for all these years, all these decades. Diet is so important. It affects your physical health, your mental health. And also part of that diet, not just what you eat, but what you drink. Stop drinking the alcohol. Alcohol has no value. It's not cool. It doesn't make you manly. It doesn't make you tough. It's stupid. It provides no value at all. I drink water and black coffee. Some people like tea, and that's great. But again, focus on natural. I prefer a lot of animal products. Some people don't. I'm not going to tell you which natural food products are best for you. You have to figure that out. But start there. Eliminate the crap. Eliminate the fake food. Focus on real, natural food. And I think you'll be much better off. And I think you'll see a change too. All right, the fifth thing that I think you need to fix being in your 50s for a better quality lifestyle, what's left, and that's exercise, right? Again, we live in a society where we're pretty sedentary, right? Myself included. My job is in front of a computer screen. I sit down all day long. I sit down at night to watch, shows with my wife. I sit when I'm driving to go to my grandkids' home. It's just, we're sitting. We're sitting. We're not moving. We're not getting movement. Also, as we age, we lose muscle naturally. So we should be, in my opinion, weight training. I love the weight room. I weight train often. Been around the weight room since I was 12 years old. It is such a key component as we get older to do some type of strength training. Now that could be body weight, that could be resistance training, but we have to get that training. We have to build some muscle and keep from losing more muscle. We have to move, walk, bike, run, dance, whatever it is. We have to get off our ass and start moving. And it's so key. We gotta get that blood flowing, right? It's all so important because let's face it, a body in motion stays in motion and a body at rest stays at rest. Well, there you have it. There's the 5 things that I think that you and we need to address and fix as we enter into our 50s. I am 53. I actually did these things when I was 45. Yeah, it'll be 8 years here since I've addressed and fixed a lot of these things. So thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind, please hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, hit the notify, leave me a comment on what your thoughts are on these 5 items to fix. If you fixed them, your experience, anything. Let's keep the conversation going for us older folks. But hey, if you're watching this, I appreciate it more than you know. I thank you. And I wish you a great rest of the day, and I hope to engage with you all further as I continue to try to make some of these videos. All right. Thanks again. Take care.